Okay, I'm just adding a video to this post. I just wanted to go over the fact that it'd be nice if we could get larger volume boxes, obviously not backpacks, but an actual box. Because the way that I'm doing it is I'm actually putting about 7 consumables in one of these backpacks. Okay, so that's a 50K backpack. So if it's a 50, yeah, 51 or if 50K, yeah. So a 5100 micro SCU cargo, right? So if that means these take up about 7, and say we add small cargo crate boxes, which are 100K micro SCU, and that means we can put 14 in a box. And that's great because then we can just obviously stack them in here and they'll be large enough to carry by hand. Eventually we should get the larger shipping boxes, which are obviously they're 8 times the size of the normal one. So let's say that's 100K. So that's 8 SCU cargo. And that way, yeah, it's 1 SCU cargo boxes we should have, and 8 SCU cargo boxes we should have eventually when we get tractor beams for ships. So this is something that I'd like to see very soon, hopefully, is just add a way that we can actually put a cargo crate in our inventory and just drag it to the ship after it's already been sorted, and also be able to rename backpacks and cargo containers. So just add an extra tab, allow us to change the name MadFlex to whatever we want to do. So if this is for instance, what's in this container here is going to be focus free modules. So if I can type in 7 focus free modules and then just put that into the inventory, that would be great. And then when we get the larger ones, we can put 14 in the 1 SCU cargos, and then we can put 112 in the 8 SCU cargos, etc. So that I think that would be a great way to kind of like just allow us to have more utility in shipping, especially with regards to some of these suits we can't even put in cases. They're actually massive, and I think that some of the flight suits are way too heavy mass-wise for what they are. This particular one, this is like 28K, so 28,000 micro SUs. So that's a quarter of a box. It should go into. I mean, that should be able to go into a normal box, right? If I wanted to, I think. Or is it too heavy? Yeah. But yeah, if we can get that sort of like items into the game, which will allow us to kind of like, we can do the drag and drop, and you can actually maybe have it so that if we press hold shift, and it will actually it will highlight every single one of those particular items. So if I hold shift while highlighting it, it should highlight every item of that type, of that particular type, and allow you to drag the whole thing just straight down into. Obviously, this is going to probably explode because I think they broke it. But yeah, it will allow you to drag everything of that type into like raw cargo or into a box. Okay, because we're going to need boxes for sorting, and I think that's something that I don't think should be that difficult to add to the game. If we got backpacks already, it should be just an extra asset. We've already got the assets in the game where you can actually loot the cargo boxes. You just can't pick them up, right? So if we can have basically cargo boxes that we can pick up and we can put things in, so that we can have armor or ammo. Actually, we can just make ammo crates. We can stick a ton of ammo into a crate, and then we can take those to battlegrounds. Obviously, people can, if they're pinned down, they have access to the ammo, or they have access to stims, etc., etc.